Welcome to AfroSport, and now we'll begin the show with Nigeria now, where on Friday the Nigeria Football Federation held its annual general meeting and elective congress in Benin City, which led to the emergence of Ibrahim Gusau as the president of the body. Gusau, who is currently the chairman of the Zamfara State Football Association, initially led the election by beating his rivals, but his number of votes did not meet the required mark to clinch outright victory according to the NFF statutes after the first round. Closest rivals Shehu, Dikko and Seyi Akinwunmi stepped down before the rerun, leaving Gusau to coast home to a landslide win after securing 39 out of 41 votes, while former Nigeria international Peterside Idah had a vote and one was invalid. Enyimba chairman Chief Felix Anyansi-Agwu saw off competition from Senator Obinna Ogba from Ebonyi STate to emerge as the first vice president of the NFF. We spoke to Wale Opatola, who was present in Benin for the elections, and I started by asking him what the atmosphere was like after the threat of postponement in the days to the build-up to the Congress.
I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show.
All right, so let's go straight into it. Before these elections were held on Friday, there was first a court injunction that said it wasn't going to hold, and then it finally did go ahead. What was the feeling in the build-up, and what was the feeling on the day in Benin?
Yes, well, I think usually what happens is that when you are playing a game of cards, be it chess, be it drafts or so, I think they always say that you keep your ace to the very last. You keep your joker to the very last. The Nigerian Football Federation knew exactly what to do in this case. They are not new to court cases. They have been having a series of court cases over the years. So they say once beaten, 99 times shy. This time around, they knew exactly what to do, and they kept it to the very last period. They knew they were going to approach the courts. They wanted to wait till it would be too late for there to be a counter reaction from the opposing sides. That's why they did it with 24 hours to the election day. And of course, they succeeded. They were able to set aside the earlier court ruling, and then they were able to get another one, giving them the permission to go ahead with the election. And it was too little too late for Arisin Jala-led opposition to react to it, and that was exactly how the election held in Benin City.
What about the guys who were running for the NFF presidency? Did any of the parties, did they want it to hold on Friday, or they were happy to have it on Friday?
I mean, you could see it by the turnout of all the contestants that, of course, they wanted it to hold on Friday. The only contestant that didn't show up was Amazi Uchegula, who said that unless the court ruling was set aside, he wasn't going to participate in the election. And he didn't come to the election. Every other candidates turned up. In fact, some candidates had arrived like 3-4 days before the D-Day, which goes to show that they were all ready and waiting for the election.
All right, so let's talk about the man who is now. He has replaced Amaju Pinnick as the new NFF president, Ibrahim Gusau. Not a lot of people, I think if you're in the sporting circle, you probably have an idea who he is. But to the average Nigerian who's wondering, who is Ibrahim Gusau?
Well, Ibrahim Gusau is somebody who's been very much around in football for a long time, actually. Gusau has been here. It's like he's more of a silent operator. It's not your usual loud, vehement, administrator. So he could be sitting right here and he's unnoticeable. You understand? He's from Zamfara State. He is the FA chairman in Zamfara, and he was the immediate past chairman of chairman in the NFF. You understand? I mean, out of all, it's just like when they say the head of the governor's school. So, out of all the FA chairmen in Nigeria, they made him their own chairman. That's why he was the chairman of chairman. And of course, he made his way into CAF already. He's part of the security apparatus of CAF, the Confederation of African Football, because particularly when events are being held in Nigeria, he's usually the one in charge of security. And of course, he has also taken his trade beyond the shores of Nigeria, and now he's operating at CAF level. So honestly speaking, Ibrahim Gusau is not actually a novice, a newbie, a newcomer in the world of football in Nigeria.
All right, so you talked about him being a silent operator. Let's look into the future. Next, we've had a lot of years with Amaju Pinnick, quite vocal, always trying to say something. What does the future hold for Nigerian football under this silent operator, Ibrahim Gusau?
Well, first and first, I mean, after winning the election, the man himself said, look, the first thing to do is reconciliation. He said, look, there's been so many factions, there's been so many issues bedeviling the growth of Nigerian football, but now it is time to reconcile all warring parties. It is time to bring everybody to the table and get any issue of conflict resolved. And that, I think, is the best and the first step to take. So honestly, if the man goes about that, I think that he would have started on the right footing. And then the man has said he's going to go straight into grassroots football. That, of course, his major concern now is how to build football from the grassroots. He's going back to non-league football. He's going back to age-grade football. And the man, he said something, but I do not want him to be misunderstood. He said that never under his watch will a coach come and say he wants to bring players from outside Nigeria to represent Nigeria. Wait, it must not be misconstrued to say that the man is saying that Nigerians in the diaspora will be excluded from the setup. No. What the man was actually trying to say is that under his watch as NFF president, he's going to encourage coaches to go to the grassroots, to go and bring players who are unknown, players who are ready to be given the opportunity and fight for the growth of football in Nigeria, players who are hungry, not that you will not go about looking for anybody just to bring because they are coming from Germany, they are coming from UK, they are coming from Italy. No, we don't just want anybody, all in the name of players coming from the diaspora. For you to come and even get a jersey, you must prove to be better than the ones who are here. And that's exactly was what the man meant. So I think that, yes, with the caliber of people around him, I mean, Felix Anyansi-Agwu has been voted as the first vice president of the NFF. He's a man that has been around for so long. Under him, Enyimba won the CAF Champions League, right? They've been on the continent on a number of occasions. They've been to the semi-finals of the CAF Confederations Cup, CAF Champions League and all. And under him, Enyimba has been doing quite well in the local scene. There is Aisha Falogun, who is the chairlady of the Nigerian Women Football League, someone who has also been around for so long. And I can keep mentioning names. So I think with all these people around him, they can guide him, they can assist him, and together they can build something strong for Nigerian football.
All right, thank you very, very much, Wale, for talking to us on AfroSport. Now, we hope to talk to you in the future.
Thank you for having me.